Let's talk about the 2022 Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing and the CT4-V Blackwing. These are technically the V series, and now Blackwing is the top tier trim. So, to clarify, previously, the Blackwing was actually the engine, that twin-turbo V8 that was found in the Cadillac CT6-V. It was only available in that vehicle, but now is gone. That engine is gone, and now Blackwing, that name, is being used as the top-tier trim. These effectively replace the CTS-V and the ATS-V with the CT5-V Blackwing and the CT4-V Blackwing. These are dual-personality sedans that are able to combine the luxury personality along with hardcore track capability. The first thing you want to know is how much horsepower do these Blackwings make? So let's talk about the powertrain. For the top tier CT5-V Blackwing, it's got the LT4 supercharged 6.2 liter V8 that now makes 668 horsepower and 659 pound-feet of torque. That will get the automatic equipped sedan to 60 in 3.7 seconds, up to a top speed of over 200 miles an hour. That 668 horsepower makes this the most powerful Cadillac ever. This engine is hand-built by a single builder from start to finish in Bowling Green with a serialized plaque on the engine. And here are some improvements to the engine. We have lightweight titanium intake valves. We have a track-capable wet sump oiling and vent system with an external oil separator. And also air intake airflow is improved by 46% compared to the outgoing CTS-V. So the theme here is a lot of improvements to make this the most track-capable Cadillac out there. And I also mentioned automatic transmission equipped because as standard on both the CT5-V Blackwing and the CT4 is a 6-speed Tremec manual transmission. That's right, you can still get both of these Cadillac performance sedans with a manual. A 10-speed automatic is optional. We'll talk about that a little more in a moment. Now, the CT4-V Blackwing is a smaller car, hence the smaller number for CT4 versus CT5-V. And with that, we have a 3.6 liter twin turbocharged V6, making a healthy 472 horsepower and 445 pound-feet of torque. That brings it up to a top speed of 189 miles an hour. And with the automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in a claimed 3.8 seconds, which in my opinion is actually pretty impressive to be only 1/10 off the much more powerful CT5-V Blackwing. The turbo compressors on this 3.6 liter twin turbo V6 have been matched for peak efficiency and power, better response, and it very quickly builds boost so you don't have the turbo lag as much. So now, the Tremec 6-speed manual that's available in both of these features active rev matching, low lift, no lift shift. I'm just really happy that you get a manual transmission in a performance sedan still, because a lot of the competition has completely eliminated even the optional manual transmission. It's got extra transmission and rear differential cooling, and also optimized pedal placements for heel-toe downshifts, which is also cool. So for the 10-speed automatic transmission, that's the one that has been found in several GM vehicles. They are designed to shift faster and or as fast as competitor dual clutch transmissions while being a lot smoother. Torque converters are definitely smoother than most dual clutches in most applications. The other big news though is no all-wheel drive for either. They are still both rear-wheel drive only, and that was claimed because the goal for these was to make them as performance and best driving as possible, which therefore I guess all-wheel drive was ruled out. As somebody who lives in a snowy climate and it gets kind of cold, I do kind of wish they would have offered all-wheel drive at least as an option or something, because it does expand the usable envelope and help you get more grip in more situations, but still rear-wheel drive only. In terms of exterior design, both of these spent a lot of time in the wind tunnel, a lot of CFD optimization to ensure that they are aerodynamically functional. So every grille is open, it sends air to heat exchangers, you got brake ducts up front, the grille mesh has been redesigned for better airflow, and up front you see wider front fenders to accommodate a wider track and wider tires. with more power, you need more rubber to put that power down. We have functional fender vents. The high pressure air exits the engine compartment out there, so those are actually functional, not just for decoration. And to tell the difference between the CT5-V and the CT4-V up front, a lot of times they do look quite similar. Two things that I've started to pick out: if you look at the daytime running light, on the CT5, the DRL like cuts through the bodywork, so there's a piece of the bumper that hides it, whereas on a CT4 it's just one continuous piece that like sits on top of the bumper. That's one way I've been able to tell the difference from up front. And then around the side, you see that C-pillar has a little like wrinkle in the back for the CT5, whereas the CT4 is kind of more ordinary. There's a carbon fiber aero track pack available now on these cars, and they look awesome. Much more aggressive splitter, diffuser, little lip out back on a deck lid. The weave is matched across the center line of the vehicle. And the CT4-V Blackwing has front canards. You see that? The red car. It has front canards. I saw that picture. I zoomed in. I was like, wait, really? That looks awesome. I think the last car I drove that had front canards like that was the Z01 1LE, which is obviously a track beast. Let's see, what else do we have? Quad exhaust tip signature on the V series cars. There's also apparently some Easter eggs hidden on the exterior of the vehicles. They will come in a lot of different colors. We're talking whites, grays, black, blue, red, orange. So there will be some colorful options again. And also 5 brake caliper color choices: gray, red, blue, bronze. Also performance wheels. You can get them either polished, satin graphite, tech bronze, and this is really cool, there is a magnesium wheel option coming at some point. Magnesium wheels are lighter. They are definitely expensive. Strong, light, great for track use, lowering unsprung weight, but also really expensive. The last car I remember hearing about that came with like magnesium wheels, I think was like a Porsche GT2 RS or something. So I do wonder why the choice was chosen for magnesium versus carbon fiber wheels. A lot of cars are coming now with carbon wheels. My Shelby 350R, a Ferrari Pista, the Ford GT, but magnesium wheels will be an option on this car. Now, talking the interior, both will have base, mid-level, and up-level trim and color packages. A lot of leather, carbon fiber, and suede. We've spent time in both the CT5-V and CT4-V regular, and I do like the interior. Definitely the CT5-V is a bit larger, more premium, up-market, so I like that a little bit more. But nice tech, nice screens, nice material. My biggest happiness with all the newest Cadillacs is that Q infotainment system is gone, because that was not good. That was not good. The new ones are much better, good quality. Unique touches to it. If you look at the performance steering wheel, it's got leather, carbon fiber. Also, we have a V-mode button and also a PTM toggle switch, which is really cool. At the 12 o'clock, there's that red racing stripe down the middle. I do kind of wish it was flat bottom because I personally just like flat bottom steering wheels. They make you feel a little more sporty. But either way, this special steering wheel, the performance steering wheel, looks really cool. On the CT5-V Blackwing, there's available carbon fiber seat backs, which is pretty awesome too. 16 to 18 ways of adjustability, heated and ventilated, and apparently there's available lumbar massage, which is also nice. Also custom perforation, quilting. The new seats do look pretty awesome. And then there's also optional triple stitch and piping on the seats. So the accents on the interior, definitely premium, definitely unique. Big news too, AKG premium audio system with 14 speakers for the CT4 or 15 for the CT5. We spent some time in the brand new Escalade, and that sound system is one of the best that I've ever heard. That blew me away. Absolutely loved it. So AKG also is coming to the sedans. Also PDR Gen 2, the Performance Data Recorder. That's what it stands for, I believe. Next generation, finally, it has gone to full HD resolution, 1080. So improved performance data recorder for on-track or other shenanigans that you want to record on board. In the middle, we have that 12-inch reconfigurable instrument cluster. There's different themes. You can move tiles around, clean it up, declutter, or add more information you want. Also, heads-up display that changes depending on your vehicle mode. So, again, very similar to the regular CT4-V and CT5-V, just with those added touches. More carbon, more extreme, more unique things that befits the top-of-the-line performance sedan. Driving. So how do these Blackwings drive? Well, I haven't driven them. Obviously, this vehicle just launched, was in a virtual press conference early in the week finding out about the vehicles, but I can tell you a bit about the technology and the development work that went into them, and hopefully we'll get to drive them some point soon. So both of them were developed to be truly track capable from the factory. 24 hours of a continuous track testing for the automatic equipped sedans and 12 hours for the manuals, putting them through its paces to make sure they can be capable on the street and on the track. For the first time ever, Cadillac will offer carbon ceramic brakes for the CT5-V Blackwing. That's a big deal. That reduces unsprung weight. Carbon ceramic brakes are definitely expensive, so they're coming only for the top tier CT5-V Blackwing. But you can adjust the brake pedal feel by changing your V mode and the My mode. Those are both those configurable settings in the vehicle systems. Both vehicles will come with a electronic limited slip differential that will change for each PTM mode, so that's performance traction management. That affects everything from mag ride to stability control to that ELSD to traction control. There will be a switch on the steering wheel now, or you can configure those V mode buttons to completely personalize it to yourself. So I had that set up in the CT5-V. I think I'd sport everything but the comfortable suspension for mag ride. Speaking of mag ride, we have Mag Ride 4.0, the 4th generation magnetic ride, which is important because it's faster. Road conditions are transmitted and processed 4 times faster than before. More consistent performance, even with temperature changes to the Mag Ride fluid. So obviously the viscosity changes with temperature, and you got to control for that, I believe. Stiffer bushings, mounts, rear knuckles, more stability and better control at the limit, and also low shock tower braces and thicker rear cross members. These are all just facts that we were given that add up to make this more capable. Both of these Blackwing sedans to be very capable. They'll be coming with Michelin PS4S tires as standard, developed specifically for these cars. Also, we have launch control and line lock on both of them. That's fun. Line lock, I mean, you lock up the front tires, or the wheels, the brakes, and you let the rear one spin, and you do a big burnout in place to heat up the rear tires to get more grip. Let's see, what are we talking about next? We should discuss the values. So, the CT4-V Blackwing will start at $59,990, so just under 60 grand. The CT5-V Blackwing will start at $84,990, so just under 85 grand. Both of these are opening for reservations, well, today. This video I think is going up today, so at 7:30 p.m., February 1st. There will be 250 serialized vehicles available at launch at first, and then you'll order them. In terms of what these are competing against, you look at that price point, you look at the size, look at the power, it is almost a little confusing because with the Germans, they typically go directly in one segment. The M3 versus the C63. It's very clear, they're very direct. Whereas for the V-Series Blackwing, they kind of span across segments. Technically, we were told the CT4-V is positioned comparable to something like the AMG CLA 45, M2, Audi RS3, but it's got more performance, more power, and they claim a little more refinement, so it can reach up to touch that M3, C63, and Audi RS5 space. For the CT5-V Blackwing, they're technically competing against the M3, C63, and things like that, but again, apparently the size and all the things like that, the power output can push it into the space that an M5 or an E63 occupies. Either way, that is the pricing. There's some really cool options available. I think they look really nice. I was impressed with the newest generation CT4, CT5-V. They've been selling really well, continuous growth in all sorts of markets, but the top tier Blackwing trim is what we're gonna be most excited about. Absolutely looking forward to trying them out. Very happy they're coming with manual transmission. This was a first little preview discussion about them. Hopefully we'll get to do the full review at some point soon. Stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.